The Save America Act, Donald Trump's #1 priority for election integrity and security, well, it failed again last evening in the Senate, the Republican-led Senate, and I want you to burn the image of these four rhinos into your mind, because these four betrayed us. They betrayed your children. This is one of the most important election security measures that's dependent on making sure that we have free, fair, and honest elections. And they're gone. It's gone. We can't get it through the Republican-led Senate because these four rhinos. So Senator Susan Collins, Lisa Murkowski, Thom Tillis, and Mitch McConnell all voted no, and they joined the Democrats and broke the majority to get this pivotal act through. So you have to ask yourself, why? What do these four people have against having just two principal requirements: a photo ID and proof of citizenship? I mean, this is traitorous. This is basic. It's so basic that 83% of all Americans across political parties want this bill passed. 71% of Democrats want this bill passed, and 95% of Republicans. So now the House passed it. It's in the Senate. We can't get it through our Republican-led Senate because we have four rhinos that are siding with Democrats on something as non-controversial that 83% of Americans want this to go through. I mean, think about that. In today's political climate, where Republicans and Democrats don't agree on anything, this is actually something that they agree on and that they want to see go through. It's not a partisan issue, but it is, according to the rhinos. So these are the countries that require a photo ID and proof of citizenship. We're not one of them, right? United States is not one of them. Iceland, Sweden, New Zealand, Denmark, United Kingdom, Mexico, Brazil. The list is huge. This is not a controversial topic. In fact, I would ask Lisa Murkowski or Susan Collins or Mitch McConnell, why don't you go to the United Kingdom, right? You seem to be so passionate about their socialist policies. Go over there and try to vote in their election. Let me know how it goes. The truth of the matter is that they won't let you vote in their elections. And the question is ultimately why? Why can't we get this through? And why are the Democrats locked and loaded? They are not breaking ranks with something like this. Well, I think the answer is quite clear. If you look at the map where their favorite candidate, Kamala Harris, won, let's just go through each one of these states. Kamala Harris won Washington. No voter ID is required. She won Oregon. She won California. She won New Mexico and Colorado. She won over here into the Midwest in Illinois. She won Minnesota. Are you starting to see a correlation here, folks? This is a scheme. It's a scheme for the Democrats to hold power. It's as clear. Just send this video to everyone that you know, right here, queued up to this point, because this tells you everything that you need to know about why the Democrats won't break rank, but it doesn't answer the question as to why Mitch McConnell, Lisa Murkowski, Susan Collins, and Thom Tillis won't break with the Democrats. I mean, they vote with the Democrats. This is the scheme. This tells you everything that you need to know. So why won't these four people vote? The answer is clear. Because these are rhinos. We know that. And there's nothing worse than a rhino, right? Democrats we can disagree on. We know where they stand. We know where Chuck Schumer is going to vote. Why are these four people that have R's next to their name siding with the Democrats? Why? On something where all of these countries are voting the same way. All of their friends, right? You see the lectures that we've had from Congress and these four individuals on how beautiful the European Union is and how we need to support NATO and all of our NATO allies. All of our NATO allies are on this list of countries that require voter ID. There's not one of them that isn't. But we won't align with them on something like that. And we won't align with them on something where 83% of Americans want this to go through. So why? Ultimately, this is the question. So get active in the comments down below. Why don't these four people want to vote for proof of citizenship and a photo ID? I'll give you a minute. Go ahead, put your answer down below. Because that is the answer as to why we can't move forward. And it's the answer ultimately to why we need to change our strategy. Our strategy is plain and simple because when you look at the Democrat strategy, they're aligning their wins in the Electoral College vote in the federal elections with every single state that doesn't require voter ID. So this has to be solved ultimately, folks, and this is my point. It has to be solved at the state level. Because as long as we have rhinos and uniparty swamp that vote together on something as non-controversial as voter ID, then this is ultimately where we land. And this is where we're going to land in the midterms. And this is where we're going to land in the 28 election. We're doing this hard work, right, at the state level because this is how you bust the Democrat stronghold. You don't do it, and we can't do it at the federal level. We're impotent. I mean, look at this. This is the #1 legislative priority of Donald Trump, the Save America Act, and we can't get it through a Republican-led Congress. This is why we need to solve the issue, and I would say dig into the answer, which is it's at the state level. How do you bust these states up? That's where our talk needs to be, because that's the solution to the problem because we can't get it through federally. It's not going to happen, folks. John Thune is not going to let this through the Senate. He knew what the vote would be. He knew that these four people were going to vote with Democrats. He knew it. So this is the geriatric uniparty swamp rhinos and the traitors that refuse to let something as easy as a free and fair election of photo ID and citizenship requirement go through. That's where we are, and this is what happens when we give the Senate a majority. We get swamp. We get traitors. And this is what, think about this. Each one of us with children, these people are truly not only bankrupting our children, but they're going to make it impossible for them to have a free and fair election in their lifetime. These four people. Mitch. Look at Mitch McConnell. He's a pathetic traitor, and you know it, because when he was leader, he just got nothing through. He didn't get an America First or MAGA agenda through. Susan Collins, Lisa Murkowski. Come on. This is where we're at, folks. Again, on something where 83% of Americans want this to get through, and this is what we're going to have for every single federal election from present day forward until this issue gets solved. So this is the third attempt by the Republican-led Senate to get something like the Save America Act through. It's not going to happen. It's so discouraging to see how bad they have failed and how bad they have failed with the Republican majority that we handed them. Here's another question for you, by the way, in the comments. There's two bills. I could only think of two important bills that have gotten through our Republican-led Congress, right? The big, beautiful bill and the Lake and Riley Act. Every single thing that's been done outside of those two bills has been done by executive order by Donald Trump because of the impotence and the traitorous nature of the rhinos and the uniparty in Congress. You know, appropriations bills, that's their job, to have a budget and to vote on funding. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about bills that can advance a MAGA and America First agenda through a Republican-led Congress. And now we're going into midterms, and I can only think of two. Did I miss something? Let me know in the comments. So this is where we are with all of our hard work and trying to stack the deck. We're at, ultimately, Kamala Harris's Electoral College map. With no voter ID, with no Save America Act going into midterms, and ensuring that the Democrat cheating is going to continue. That's all it is. It's cheating. Because there's no other answer as to why any rational person wouldn't want voter ID and proof of citizenship. All of these countries want it. There's no explanation. Did I miss something? Let me know in the comments down below. If you've yet to subscribe to the Chris Locke Show, please do so. We'd love to have you along for the ride. And please be sure to hit the like button on this video so that we can get that algorithm working and get this video out to more people that need to know the truth. We'll see you in the very next video. Be sure to like and subscribe to the Chris Locke Show for the latest America First news, conservative commentary, and the stories that mainstream media refuses to cover. These two videos right up here, they're going to be next. Pick your favorite. I'll see you over there.